Like sands through the hourglass, so are the days of our Indy. This is Captain April, and these are the days of our Indy. Oh, right. I've been working on a thing. I might still do it, but video where it's basically a lot of it's a bit of a montage. Really, just 4 videos though, but it goes into going back to when Indy first came out and what the plans were, and then no plan to go on testosterone at all. And then repeat it again, not going on testosterone because it didn't want to get all the physical changes there. Didn't want don't want the body hair. Don't want to change the voice particularly. Don't want to change the features. Because and especially said going for a more androgynous femboy type, twink type of thing. But then something happened. I think, and I'm gonna just nail on head here. When the boyfriend apparently moved in, and then we're talking about we're not gonna go into this, and then a quick video about freaking out in the waiting room of the HRT clinic. Getting ready to do something Indy swore she would never do. For very good reasons. And also, there's a lot more reasons, more on top of. And I'm sure Indy's aware of these. Indy, I know you've done some research on this. You know what this shit will do to you. I don't know how much research you've done, but I think I'd like to, heap onto it and remind you. Again, I posted like 15 links to you to point out. Yeah, and I might want to look into a little bit of why testosterone does what it does to a female body that is not used to that level of testosterone. Because, we'll put aside for the moment the fact that it is a carcinogen, especially in females. You're opening yourself up to, just name a cancer, it's probably going to do it. Osteoporosis, increased chance of Alzheimer's, all kinds of heart problems. But let's just go on to what the physical changes. And again, these are permanent. When they start happening, there's no going back on it. You can't just stop it. Well, it'll go away. No, it won't go away. There's permanent alterations this shit will do to you because it starts working on. The whole thing is trying to make a female skeleton into a male one. And physical, because again, the voice, the starts working on the cartilage and the bones, and that's more largely the larynx is the cartilage, structure there, for the most part. Your throat is not suited for a male larynx. It, so that you start forcing, basically 50 pounds of mud into a 5-pound bag. Things get destroyed. Which in this case is going to be the vocal folds, the vocal cords, and it's gonna crush certain factors of it. That's why the voice does not just get lower; it gets destroyed. All the fine control you had with your singing voice gone. You don't have the same control. It'll hurt to talk. It'll hurt to swallow. Breathing might be a bit of an issue. And again, working on the bones and the cartilage. Think for a minute. We're not just talking hands and elbows and knees. We're talking your entire spinal column. That's nothing but bones and cartilage. That's what the little sponges are. Your jawline, the bone in the joint. Shoulders, knees, toes. Your nose might even get a little bigger. This shit will try to rewrite your entire, physiological structure. And you're not built for that. Again, osteoporosis is a big thing. you want to get shorter by the time you hit 40. Because think about why old people, a guy, like Bob Hope, he was about 6 foot something in his prime, and just shrunk a little thing because the bones get weaker, and that's just the danger of breaking something. It's the gradual effect of the just time and things, because bones are not a solid structure. It's a honeycomb type of, and the wear and tear and eventually starts crushing, compacting things. So you start off nice and tall, and pretty soon you're hunched over, and you look like a little shrunken apple doll, and it's one thing when when it's gradual, and look at old footage of Betty White back in the 70s, and when she was by the time we had Golden Girls, or Hot in or Hot in Cleveland, and how her head is not quite as high as it was. I mean, the mind was still there, sharp as ever. But she was no longer the tall, willowy type, Again, that's different when you're like in your 80s, but when you hit their 40s and you want to be a hunchback? Going to rides at Disneyland, and suddenly it's like you're no longer tall enough to ride certain rides. Because you're now hunched over and don't do it, okay? This shit is bad for you. And that's why I was saying another thing. You're freaking out at the clinic, saying, no, that's not your anxiety so much. That's your self-preservation aspect there. This shit is poison. So your anxiety at that point saved your ass. And again, this whole thing started apparently like when your boyfriend moved in. Suddenly it's now 24/7. You're no longer thinking clearly on your own there. You got this constant barrage going, no, you should do this. When are you going to do anything? Fuck that. You keep my eyes. You don't anymore. Gene's bragging he'll have you chopping your tits off by Christmas. Tell him to go fuck a moose, okay? Because all these people, they got, all these things you should be doing this and doing that. It's not their body, it's yours. You're the one signed up to be a medical experiment. And again, what are you doing the same thing? No, I'm not. I'm saying don't do it. I'm advocating not to do this shit. Don't do this crap, okay? And again, you said before, again, I've got the videos. I could probably play them right now, but I don't think I'll bother with it. But or maybe I will. I think because I've already got them edited down to one, so this could be the video right here.
Yeah, I wish I was a guy. I am not planning on taking testosterone or anything before whatever. You can people are gonna have opinions about that, I'm sure. I am going for more of a femboy androgynous look. Because I think it's cute. And pink's still my favorite color. But yeah, I don't know. I'm the same person. Content's gonna be the same. But I just wanted to let you guys know. Because I think it's kind of obvious at this point, I feel like. And yeah. Maybe I'll add more to this, but this is it so far. This will be fun. This will be fun to see everyone's fucking reaction to. Holy shit. Well, there's that update. I guess. I'm probably gonna dip for a day or two to let you guys react to this. Feel free to vent in the comments or whatever. My mods are probably gonna delete anything too insane, cause also I'm not trying to get political, okay? Just not. Just not trying to do that. So this isn't like a debate or a discussion. I'm just updating you. And you can process that how you process that, I guess. But yeah, so my mods are gonna read the comments for me. They'll send me nice ones. But yeah, I'm not reading that shit. You guys can vent away. Well, I might read it. I'll probably end up reading it because I will not be able to help myself. But yeah, you guys can vent away in the comments. Be mad or whatever the fuck. I don't... Whatever. Maybe you guys won't give a shit. That would be nice. That maybe you just won't care. The content's not changing. It'd be nice if you used the right pronouns. I will take it as a sign that you respect me. Otherwise, like... not much I can do. For those that kept asking, though, he, him. That's the one I like. So there you go. Let's see. Not gonna change my username. I still vibe with the name Princess, so... I don't know. Don't. Because, like, realistically, for me, because I'm never going for, like, a super, super masculine transition. That's not me. I say well just like this. But, like, yeah, I'm not going for, like, fucking doing T injections or gonna do, like, bottom surgery or anything like that. Like, I'm not probably gonna start going to the gym more or anything because I'm fucking lazy. But, yeah, I don't know. Like, I'm very comfortable with my transition where it's at right now, actually. I feel validated by my friends and the people around me enough that, like, I'm chilling. Like, yeah, obviously I get misgendered on a regular basis. People just assume I'm a girl, obviously. But that's okay. I don't really care what other people think. That's never really been a thing for me. It's mostly just, like, how I'm internally feeling. So, like, well, it still sucks when I get misgendered, obviously. It's not a great feeling. But, at least, like, for me, I'm mentally in a position where I can handle it a lot better than I think other people can. So, I'm also living in a location where it's, like, people aren't using a lot of, like, heavily gendered language all this fucking time. Like, there's not a lot of, like, sir, ma'am shit going on. Like, I don't live in the South. But, like, yeah. I don't know. I don't really feel that, because there's, like, a lot of, I keep seeing discourse that I desperately try to fucking stay out of because I don't like communities, I don't like being part of them, and I just feel like they exist to cultivate drama. And, like, maybe you can get support through it, but, like, I don't know, I have enough support on my own. I'm okay without a community. That being said, I constantly am seeing shit about fucking trans guy discourse, and it's just genuinely nauseating. People that care too much about feminine trans guys, people that expect you to be super fucking macho and, like, alpha male shit. It's obviously expected from people not in the community, but I find it interesting when it comes from people within the community, especially trans girls. I do see that a lot with trans girls say that. Interesting, I find it. Trans guys, a lot of the times are like, oh, no, I don't want to be feminine. I definitely don't want to be feminine. Like,
guys, you could accept me, right? Because I don't want to be feminine at all. Me. Go chop some wood. Like, I hope they picked you. But anyway, my point is, I'm much happier not being part of the community, I think, because there's a lot of toxic discourse that happens. I'm happy. That's why I'm happier not being part of any sex work community also, because the same shit fucking happens. Just non-stop insane discourse that is not productive at all. But yeah, I think when I first transitioned, I was seeking that bit of community out a little more. But I think I'm friends with enough trans guys who are feminine and aren't shoving their head up their fucking ass that, yeah, I don't really need anyone else, which is good. It's nice. I've kind of stepped away from talking about what I'm gonna be doing, like, physically to transition, because a lot of people are really fucking, unhinged about it. As much as I do want to share, like, every step of the way with you guys, especially for people who, like, I know relate to it, and it can help them, like, through their transition also. But, like, I gotta protect my fucking sanity at some point, because people will just be insane. I mean, like, obviously I'm gonna get top surgery at some point, and all of the fucking tomboy defenders are gonna come out in hordes harassing me. They already do every time I mention that. But it's... So I don't really want to talk about whether or not I'm doing tea. I'm not going to talk about other things that I'm doing, probably. If I want to, I will. But, yeah, because I don't really want people to, like, harass me. I don't want people to harass my family over it anymore. And I don't want people to, like, fucking harass my doctors and stuff. Like, people are really fucking insane and entitled to, bodies that have nothing to do with them. So I'm gonna probably keep a lot of that stuff private, just for my own safety. Kind of like how I can't show you guys, like, a house tour, even though, like, I would love to give you, like, a house tour. I can't, for my safety, because idiots ruin it for everyone else. But I'm definitely going to talk about other transition things that are, like, milestones and stuff. So yeah, going in the guy's bathroom, checked off the list. Other stuff I've checked off the list. Finally found a binder that works as best as it's gonna fucking work. You know, I gotta just cope till I can work up the nerve to get top surgery, which is, like, probably my main transition goal. So I probably will talk about that one more than the other stuff, because the other stuff, I guess, okay, let me talk about it a little bit. I just said I was not gonna talk about it. I'm not going to say whether or not I'm currently on tea or not, because you don't need to know that. But for that, I'm probably just going to be doing it until I get my desired results. Like, I want my voice to be deeper. That's, like, my main thing. I like how it looks. That doesn't bother me. Still not a problem for me. I feel like my face is chill. We're chilling. It would be nice if I could build muscle easier, though. So working out actually accomplished something. I'm probably not, like, being super masculine is still not my fucking end goal, and it's not super realistic for me, so that has not changed. Definitely am making it so I cannot have kids, though. Okay? So I can't have kids. That's nice. And, yeah, top surgery, but, like, the issues that I currently have with top surgery is my immense fear of doctors in general. Like, bro, I can't even go to a checkup. Like, and my doctor's great. She's awesome, but, like, no, that's already... I've never had surgery before. That concept fucking terrifies me in general. I don't like the if I get like a tiny cut, I'm like out for the rest of the day. Like, I can't do seeing my own blood, which, yeah, once a month really sucks for me. But, I don't like seeing my own blood. And the recovery process for top surgery is intense, and I would not, I'm also working with, not an ideal structure here, because, I've got a lot to work with, and also I'm pretty skinny, so, I don't have a lot of, wiggle room, and I have a lot to get rid of, so, I'd probably have to, re-graft the nipples or something, that would be a whole thing. I want it to actually, fucking look good, obviously, because this is my job, and with how much I'm having removed, that's even more difficult, so I need to find someone who's really fucking competent. I'm gonna find literally the best fucking surgeon that I can. I will spare no expense, so that on top of it. I'm gonna have to quit doing things. That's gonna suck, because I'm a drug addict. But, I mean, honestly, all of those things seem attainable eventually. I'm just gonna have to be at a point where I can take a few months off of work, which is gonna be really difficult for me. That's actually gonna be the hardest part, so I'm not gonna be able to work or do anything for, a while. But that's probably gonna be in a few years, because I have a lot of trauma to get past before I'm able to, be unconscious around people. So, yeah. Bro, okay. Fucking update on transition stuff. I'm so fucking annoyed. Today went so bad. Okay, this is also a very impromptu video I wasn't planning to film, but it was a terrible experience, and then, no, and then I looked up, and I found more stuff online that was just also no. I live in Washington, right? It's a really good state for trans stuff for the most part. Changing my gender and stuff legally, super easy. Getting HRT, on the other hand, slightly more difficult. Now, my doctor is super amazing. She's wonderful. She's along the ride with me. Anyway, she was like, I don't know enough about testosterone and other stuff to feel qualified or confident enough to give it to you. Super appreciate her for that, right? Love that. Love her honesty and everything. So, she suggested a place that her other trans patients went to, and they said they liked. However, I fucking went there today. No. I don't like it. It was so bad, dude. First of all, the place looks like the fucking back rooms, which is just, oh my fucking god. Well, I was already fucking nervous, because going to any doctors is nerve-wracking as fuck, and I hate it. And going for this reason is an added stress, obviously. So, I went with my very awesome, supportive boyfriend, who was planning to hold my hand through the whole thing, because I was fucking stressed, because I have social anxiety, especially around medical stuff. And I'm already, primed for people to not take me very seriously with trans issues, unfortunately, even though, my doctor and medical team have been great. Outside of that has not been. So, I went, we go up, and we get to the door, and it's ring a bell for access. Already weird. I don't know. That's already a little, I don't know. The only place I've ever had that be a thing is at Planned Parenthood, and bitch, there is glass everywhere so you can see what's happening. So it's not suspicious. I don't know. It's fucking weird. Anyway, we ring the thing, and hi, I have an appointment. And they're like, are you guys together? I'm like, yeah, sorry.
You didn't say anything anywhere about not being allowed to bring someone to your appointment, which is a very normal thing, especially if you're going to do a thing that's like stressful. It's very normal for people to bring a partner with them to their fucking appointment. They were rude as fuck. They wouldn't let my boyfriend come in. I tried to brave it out and go in without him, but the second I got in there, they were so fucking rude, dude. I like walk in, I'm verge of a panic attack at this point because I've now been separated from my support system and I'm already stressed. They like yell at me to like come up to the fucking desk and like put a mask on, which mind you, this doesn't say anything anywhere about having to have a fucking mask. They're like, I don't have a problem with that, but like just tell me and I can fucking bring a mask. I don't know. Like, damn. And then she's like, okay, give me your ID. Like, I don't know. It's like, dude, I don't know. I don't have to usually give my ID when I go to the doctor. I don't know. This is, I hate it already. Whole thing was stressful. I hated it. As soon as I sat down, I gave her the ID, I sat down, I was so stressed. And then I was texting my boyfriend, and I was like, no, because I'm like literally gonna have a fucking panic attack. I don't even think I can make it to the appointment because this is like, the sus vibes are off the fucking charts. Like the way they are acting is so, it's giving me like the biggest medical ick I have ever, like, that I've had in like 10 years. Like no. So I was like, I was like, bro, I was like shaking. I was so like, you guys don't understand how fucking sus the vibes were. Sounds dumb when I'm saying like that, but it seemed like a desolate fucking wasteland that had a shit ton of like moms in it that just all seemed very stressed. Everyone was like speaking on the phone for some reason, which is fine, but it was just a lot of people doing that, which was weird for a doctor's office. The receptionist was a fucking cunt. And so I just like sat down for like 5 minutes. And then the panic attack took over, so I stood up, was like, actually, can you give me my card back? I'm leaving. And she's like, what do you mean you're leaving? I'm like, I have to go. Something came up. I have to go. She's like, wait, so you're leaving? You don't want your appointment? No, bitch, give me my card. I want to get the fuck out of here. Ah! Anyway, so she like very hesitantly gave me my fucking ID back. And I booked it. Because I was like, nah, this place is so sus. I don't trust you guys. Anyway, we looked up reviews on Reddit. A nightmare. Apparently they like lie to people. Apparently they used to be good, but now they're not. So anyway, don't fucking go there. If you live in the Seattle area, the one in Seattle's like closed. So like I had to drive a fucking like hour anyway to get to the one that was actually open. A lot of the things were super fucking subtle. I don't know how to even describe it. Just like the way that they were looking at me was so... No, like as soon as I walked up to the building, I like mentioned something to my boyfriend. I'm like, this place is like, just from the outside of the building, we were like, ooh, that's a little bit, ooh, it's a little sus. Don't know about that one. Anyway. So yeah, even in a state that's really fucking good for trans care, it's very difficult to get HRT. I might just actually go to Planned Parenthood. That sounds like maybe an option. I mean, realistically, I can just beg my doctor and she will probably give in. But like, oh my god, no, that was traumatizing. Anyway, my boyfriend's back, so I'm gonna go eat dinner, but holy fuck.
We're going to where you stated you don't want to do that, and said another things, a little more specifics. You didn't want to, screw up your voice. You didn't want to change your features. You want to stay cute. You're not going to be cute, okay? Because again, these things happen, and these changes they are permanent. Screwing up your entire skeletal structure, that body hair thing gets switched on. That don't go off. You will be dealing with increased body hair for the rest of your life. It doesn't matter if you stop that moment. It's too late. Once you know it, it's already there. I told you you need to talk to Elle Palmer. She is local. She's in Seattle. She lived 5 years as a man, passing quite well because she was on testosterone. She had a scrub, kind of scrubbed little beard there. until finally realized after 5 years this isn't working right. I mean, she was one of the transitioned as a teenager, and she did a video recently talking about how the whole the angle of the kids are being lied to. Not necessarily. She did the research. She knew exactly what was going on, and she wanted those things as a 15-year-old. Wasn't much fun when she turned approaching 20. It's like this is wrong. By then, though, it's too late. She's still having to deal with having to shave her face. The body hair kind of dropped off a bit. It's not as intense, but it's still a problem. I said that switch gets turned on. It doesn't get turned off. Consider how hairy your dad is. That's a good indication of how hairy you will be if you go on this shit. And and again, it's like it won't be just a matter of having to shave a little more often. It'll be you have to because you want to shave it all. You're gonna be shaving your chest and your arms and your back and your face. That's another thing. Your face skin will get a lot tougher. So that skincare routine you do every morning probably a waste of time at that point. Because there will be no making what's up here into the delicate, cute little face you got now. So that's what I'm saying. Stop this before you've gone too far. Because once you cross that line, that's it. There's no coming back on that for the most part. At best, you'll be able to stop it and minimize the damage. But there will be permanent damage done if you go on this shit. This is beyond, pronoun, whatever. This is now permanent physical damage these guys are trying to push you into. And this is also they can get their jollies off. To hell with what happens to you. They want to make you into some little femboy that they can get their rocks off to. Not happen to them. Why should they give a fuck? That's what I'm saying. They don't care about you. They don't care what this shit does to you. All they care about is getting what they like. Making you totally dependent upon them. So where is this personal agency you keep, crowing about? I got agency. Well, fucking use it. Tell these guys to go pound sand. All right? If Gene's so big about chopping, have him chop his own tits off. All right? He probably does, okay? His type are generally big old land whales, sitting behind there thinking, oh yeah, oh, he's so cute. I'm gonna say, fuck you, okay?
Even with you being a little bit chunky, I bet you're in better shape than Gene is.
Even after the accident, the thing, because like I said, I may have lost about half an inch because of that stupid accident, Or not, I don't know. It depends on what time of day I was measuring my spine, too, because you do compress through the day. Just because the discs get compressed. That's why you're a little taller in the beginning of the day than you are later on, because they just get squished. But no, just stop this, okay? This is not. This will be permanent changes that you don't want. You said you don't want. And all this because you want to get your abs back? Sit-ups and ab crunches. Eat some more meat. Because also, the gain in musculature is not that great. You don't get that much out of it. Plus, you're fucking up your entire health. So you're signed up to be a medical experiment for the rest of your life. So yeah, enough already, okay? And again, if your boyfriend's the one who's now starting to push this, fuck him. Get him out the goddamn door. He's not a good influence here. He's walking you right down the slope to a fucking grave. He's gonna kill you early because of this shit. And again, I think it's like you know just as what's going to happen. You start feeling the pressure too much and start freaking out, especially if it picks the wrong time of the month. Or, really egg you on. It's like how soon before you become impossible to live with, and suddenly he's bolting for the door on his own. So do everyone a favor. Because if he's really pushing him, it's starting to build a case that maybe he is Gene's plant to get in there and get inside your head and make sure that, oh yeah, we're gonna make sure she doesn't leave. She's gonna be a boy, make a femboy out of her and chop those tits off and mangle it. Yeah, it's another thing. The conditions you have set aside because you want to keep doing what you're doing. It's one thing, just, where the only person that's going to be seeing the scars are going to be, whoever your significant other is. You're still one to put it on display. The conditions you put forth are impossible. There is no way you're going to get that level of elimination of the stuff without there being some bad scarring. And also, again, you know damn well how intense the recovery process is from that. In which case, you ain't doing shit for a few months. While you got these bandages and drains coming out of your chest, which you can no longer feel at this point because they've severed just about every nerve ending in there, scooping out all that breast material. And, regrafting the nipples, it's like, those don't always take. Because part of what keeps them on there is they're anchored to all the duct material and passages. If that's all gone, guess what? They're just there. There's nothing really anchoring them except for, trying to heal the skin. That doesn't always work. That's one thing, Priscia's thing, her just fell off one day. And again, you've got some rather big areolas that in good size. They're not gonna. It's gonna be a mess. And that look weird as fuck anyway. The big things and no tits. And it doesn't take a genius to figure out no one is going to want to pay for girl material when you got massive mastectomy scars and clearly stitched on nipples, and it's like that's gonna be hideous. Now, one change I did note on the website is you got, a girl video tip jar. Interesting, you got a, thing of $5,000 as a goal there. So you get that you'll have to do one. Leaving it open if you want to do one, you do one. But, at $5,000, you definitely do one. Gentlemen, contribute, give till it hurts, okay? I reposted that link on there. So, trying to drum up publicity for you because I do want you to succeed. I want you to be happy with what you're doing, okay? This is not the path you're on the way, though, okay? It's a path to an early grave and pretty much destroying what you've built up. Because again, I am not particularly concerned about Indigo White, the international, porn star. I'm bringing about Indy, the girl, the woman who is really going down that very destructive path. So I'll say it again. Affirming your delusions is not caring. And these people care for you? No, they don't. They're pandering to you for their own self-interest. Encouraging you to engage in massive self-harm through, these proxies or these money-hungry doctors. Because, there was a conference now about some bunch of physicians who do this sort of thing, and it's all about how much money they're making on these, and not one fucking syllable about care for the patient. They don't give a rat's ass about you either. They're looking at that dollar signs, how much they're going to make, and they make thousands of dollars on on mastectomies here. They make like $30,000 on bottom surgery.
Which both paid
Yeah, you're gonna be making you're just a boat payment to them, okay? And again, because they pay you all kinds of money, they don't care about you. You're a performing monkey to them. All right. You need to keep that in mind. And yeah, again, this is the lower rung of show business. We all dance to the dollar at some point, you know. But there's a point where it's like, no. But you have agency right now. You don't. Gene and his bunch have all the agency. They're telling you what to do because they're paying you all the damn time. They're throwing money at you left and right, although apparently not as much lately. I've seen the totals. Some of these chat totals are not what they used to be. You set a goal of $250, you make maybe 75, okay, or 100. That's starting to drop off too. So you. On a practical matter, you need to do some reworking of your business model here, okay? And I think probably these guys are not the gravy train you thought they were, okay? The tide is turning against the trans thing. State after state is making it illegal to go after the kids, and they're starting to and boating the stuff out of schools. That's where they fucked up. They started going after kids. But the entire thing is just objective reality showing this is bullshit. You've bought into a scam. There's only one end goal here. It's you in a grave way too early. Okay? You can bitch and moan about me. Oh, you're crazy stalker. I'm the one trying to keep you, alive and prospering here. Okay, so you can keep doing this stuff. But you're going nowhere with this track record. Okay. Again, trying to maintain the voice of reality here. Again, there's enough in there and you've let the quiet part out loud, sir. You wished you were a boy. You're not. I'm sorry, and you really don't want to be. There's a lot of crap attached to it that you don't want, but it's all hanging on. Just you don't like your tits. Guess what? Name a woman who doesn't hate her tits. At some point, Even the ones with small tits wish they were big ones. The ones who wish they're big ones wish they were gone because they're a pain in the ass. That doesn't make you a boy. It makes you a woman who just, got body issues like everybody else on the planet. Okay? And again, any therapist worth a spit in the ocean would be having you deal with this, not encouraging it. Not buying, well, if you think you're a boy, you're a boy. God damn it, look at the goddamn mirror. Next time you do those, nude selfies, like, look at it. Is that a boy's body? No, it is not. And you're not going to make it one. Even if you put in all the testosterone in the world, all you'll do is just make it a mangled girl's body. For Christ's sakes, Indy, snap out of it. And I know it's not that simple, but you got to start coming back to reality here. You're about to do permanent damage to yourself if you go through with this, and you fucking know it. And all of your so-called friends who are affirming your choices, they are fucking trying to kill you. They're trying to mangle you and for their own sick pleasure. They don't give a fuck about you. They don't care what it does to you so long as they get off. They are not your friends. Tell them to go fuck themselves and walk into traffic because they're not caring about you. You need to stop this while you still got something to salvage, okay? While you still got a brand worth saving. And also, just stop it before you end up killing yourself on this shit. All right? And again, before I go, what about the trend? The suicidal trend thing is bullshit. The suicidal trend goes up, just skyrockets after transition when they realize they just fucked up. Before, it's no different than the national average of any other reason why these kids kill themselves. It's just the latest reason. But enough. Okay, enough. Really slam the brakes on all this until everybody's pushing you to do one thing or another. Shut the fuck up. Because again, I've been assured, if you leave her alone, she'll figure it out on her own and she'll come out of it. Well, not if the other side won't leave you alone. And I've since said, like, these videos where you reiterate, where you're not going to do this stuff. You're not just telling me to shut the fuck up, you're telling them to shut the fuck up too. They're not shutting the fuck up. Therefore, neither am I. So, on that note, hopefully I can get some sleep now because this has been bugging me for a while. We will talk at you later.